In this category, large shortcuts or shortcuts that involve going out of bounds are not allowed, but corner cuts are still permitted. The current non-shortcut record is a 154 by MK Dasher, beating a 155 by Rupa that had stood for nearly 6 years. That's all for Mario Kart DS. 3 years after the game came out, Nintendo released the next installment in the franchise. It's one of the series' most iconic games, and it's well known for its unique ultra shortcuts. This is Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road is notorious for being one of the hardest in the franchise. With all of its tight turns and lack of walls, it's incredibly easy to fall off the edge and be sent plummeting. Of course, as with every other iteration of Rainbow Road, some players were able to master it in world record time. New to Mario Kart Wii was an in-game online leaderboard system where the best time trials in the world could be automatically uploaded to. Time trial records could be seen instantaneously this way, and could even be downloaded to race against. So, unlike many of the other games where early times were claimed online by veteran players, even some of the earliest records in Mario Kart Wii have video proof, including a 237.380 by Yosuo. His run was essentially just a speedy playthrough of the track, but there's a few important things to pick up on. His character was Funky Kong, the fastest in the game. His vehicle choice was a bike called the Flame Runner. In Mario Kart Wii, there's two main types of vehicles, bikes and karts. Karts have the upside of giving the player a longer boost if they drift longer, but bikes give the player the option to do wheelies during straight sections, where the front wheel lifts up and the bike moves faster. There are also two subtly different types of bikes, outside drifting ones and inside drifting ones. Bikes with outside drift throw the back wheel out more when turning, so it takes longer to line the kart up forward after drifting. Bikes with inside drift are generally regarded as superior, since you can do a wheelie much sooner after drifting. So, for nearly every course in the game, an inside drifting bike is chosen, and one of the best is the Flame Runner. This was very quickly figured out when the game was released, which is why Yosuo was using his bike and character combination. Over the following months, the record would come down due to better driving and a couple of tricks, like using a mushroom or a wheelie to hop over the first part of this S-turn. In late 2009, a player simply known as Cole became the first to get a record with a free-fall hop at the start. By hopping when the track goes slightly up at the start, it's possible to get enough air to completely clear the track below. This saves time because the player is moving forward in the X direction the entire time, as opposed to going down the hill where their speed is mostly going in the Y direction. This trick would further be evolved by using a kart, all of which have outside drift. By drifting and hopping over the edge, the kart will continue to rotate to the left. When the vehicle hits the road, hopping causes the game to push it away and give it speed. This speed is enough to go over the zipper at an angle and cut the corner of the track. Since a kart with outside drift is better on Rainbow Road than a bike with outside drift, this makes Rainbow Road the only record in the game to be set with a kart. Over the following several years, the record would come down by a fraction of a second at a time, mainly just from optimizing the driving around the course. Some of the most notable record holders were Japanese runners KK and Runio, who set 7 world records on Rainbow Road in 2011, and Katie, who got the first time of 2:24 in February 2016. His time stood all the way until January 2019, when a player simply known as Bob beat it by 0.04 of a second. There may not be many athletes left named Bob, but there's at least one who's a Rainbow Road champion. But the crazy part is, the playing field will completely change if anybody's able to pull off the ultra shortcut. Because of Mario Kart Wii's strange checkpoint system and a few other mechanics, many tracks have large shortcuts known as ultra shortcuts. Rainbow Road's ultra shortcut was discovered in a tool-assisted speedrun by Estaloy62 in early 2016. The player must go forward in front of the railing at the start, then turn back and hop along the small space between the railing and the edge of the track. Then, the player uses a mushroom and does a spin drift, drifting to the right but holding the stick back to the left, then hopping off the edge of the track, using a mushroom in the air, before finally landing on the track below. This trick requires an incredible amount of precision to pull off. The spin drift must be done at exactly the right angle and location, because the player must make it far enough back in order to fool the game's checkpoint system to have the lap count, and the player must hit the track at the right angle to have a chance at making it to the track. What's more, There are invisible out-of-bound patches across the gap between the track that must be avoided. If they're hit, the game recognizes the player as being out of bounds, and Lakitu picks them up. Esteloy's tool-assisted speedrun, or TAS, was essentially just a demonstration of what was possible. It used tools like slowdowns and re-records to create a theoretical speedrun. Today, more than 3 years after the trick's discovery, nobody's been able to execute this trick in a real-time speedrun of the track. King Alex has probably come the closest. He estimates that he's done more than 10,000 attempts to get the trick. Some of his recent attempts have gotten good spin drifts, but hit the out-of-bounds planes that end the run. Whether King Alex or some other player is able to pull off this trick, it'll definitely be regarded as one of the finest runs in all of Mario Kart Wii. That's all for this game. Now we're going back to the handhelds again, where we find a very unique iteration of Rainbow Road. This is Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7's version of Rainbow Road is the first in the series to not have 3 laps of the same track. Instead, it's one long course that's divided into 3 sections that count as laps. Rainbow Road is widely regarded as one of Mario Kart 7's finest tracks, and as a result, it's had a pretty deep history for speedrunning. Unfortunately, Mario Kart 7's replay system is similar to Mario Kart DS's. You have the option to view it in the action movie perspective, or from a first-person perspective. There exist methods of getting around it, like using a 3DS capture card or just recording the run live with the camera, but these methods were used pretty infrequently, so most replays are from the first person. The first verifiable record was a 142 by Walter in December 2011. The re-addition of coins to the series made for a new challenge. The player starts with 0 coins, and can pick up to 10 of them at a time. Each additional coin adds a little bit to your speed, so the strategy around each turn wasn't simply to go as fast and as optimally as possible. There was now the addition of trying to pick up as many coins as early as possible. Mario Kart 7 also introduced gliding to the tracks, where the player could slowly glide down to the ground after getting airtime. Walter used this to his advantage to perform a small shortcut on the second segment of the track, where he glided down to a lower path farther ahead. He also cut this corner at the very end of Section 3 to end the course. As with the other games, the first record wouldn't last long. The record time